Hey, but man, what we gonna talk about my Cowboys, man?
All right, okay. Let's talk about your Cowboys. Joe, what's the
Yeah.
particulars of the Amari Cooper deal?
I hear there was a
Say
number
again?
one. I hear there was a number one deal that was given up for Amari.
Okay. Do you have the details on the trade, or do we need to look that up?
So yes. So what I've heard from the black Shefty is that it's a potential first round pick that the Cowboys will be giving up for Amari Cooper.
Now here's the skinny on Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper this year has had off and on games. He'll hit one week, next week he's not good. All right, and nobody can figure out why that is because John Gruden always feeds a big receiver in his offense. So I anticipated him having a good year, but he's been having a lot of struggles. Last year he didn't do well. They said that was because of injuries, and then the year before that he was amazing. So there's a conundrum with him. I even heard that in the locker room there was talk that they wondered if he was really in love with the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was a question there, and then all of a sudden this trade happens. I think that it's a good trade for the Cowboys because you all need some help downfield. You got to get those 8 men out of the box. I don't know if I want to give up a number one draft pick, but maybe that's based upon his performance. I'm not sure.
Okay, so here is the Amari's career so far. 2015, as a rookie, 16 games, 15 starts, 130 targets, 72 catches, 1,070 yards for 6 touchdowns. He followed that up with 16 games, 14 starts in 2016, his second year, 132 targets, 83 receptions. So he improved on his percentage there, had 1,153 yards and 5 touchdowns. The third year is where the drop-off comes in. He started 12 games, played in 14. He was targeted 96 times, 48 catches, 680 yards, 7 touchdowns. And now coming into this year through 6 games, 32 targets, 22 receptions, which is actually his best percentage so far of his career. Only 280 yards though, 12.7 yards per catch, only 1 touchdown. So the catch percentage this year is near 70%, which is extremely, extremely high. So the question is he falling off or is John Gruden falling off?
He could be, but I don't understand if it's a game planning thing or what. But every other game, he'll play good one game, next game, not good. It's all over the place.
O is a Alabama fan, so he's seen Amari since day one. Okay, and now obviously he's very keen on the NFL, so he knows everything that's going on there. And he's a Cowboys fan, so he knows everything that's going on here. So you're the perfect person to give us your feeling on how this works for your Cowboys, how this works for Cooper, who is, I'm going to assume, one of your favorite players since he's from Bama. And just what's your whole feeling on the situation? Is this going to improve the Cowboys? Do you like the deal for the Cowboys? Where does this put the Raiders? And we'll go from there.
All right, so check it out. So when I first heard of the availability of Cooper was last week. So they just came out of their bye week because they played in London, played Seattle, and Amari Cooper is actually in the concussion protocol right now. Okay, so that's one thing. I initially wanted something or someone, anyone, any active body, anybody that can catch a ball, anyone that can get some sort of separation for Dak Prescott because he needs a lot of help. And the wide receivers that we have now
not good,
aren't doing it. Okay, so to come back to this being a Dak friendly offense, that really comes up to what you call some BS. So that's exactly what that is. To say that the offense that they were implementing throughout training camp and all of that, it being a Dak and you not have a number one receiver, and your tight end be gone, your number one tight end is gone, and all you have is Beasley, a 5'8" wide
Midgets.
receiver? Come on, man. That's not a dash friendly offense, okay? So I do like Gallup, the wide receiver out of Colorado.
Right, he made a big play yesterday too.
Great. I think he has a great upside. Now with Cooper, I am concerned with the dropsy, okay? But I do believe that he makes great circus catches. He catches outside of his body radius, which is what the Cowboys are lacking right now. We're lacking a wide receiver who can make that catch outside of their body radius. Okay? The best person we have is Beasley, and I already established that he's 5'8", right? So we need somebody better than that. So, yeah, he has the dropsy, but considering that he's averaging about, 7-8 touchdowns per year, even in an off year last year, I think we're getting someone that's better than what we have now. That's one. Two, to give up a number one pick, I don't necessarily have a problem with that because Cooper is, 24 years old.
Right.
Okay? He's 24 years old. He is better than any prospect at the wide receiver position right now in college.
Exactly.
So if we are going for a wide receiver in this upcoming 2019 year draft, to give up a number one for Amari Cooper, I'm all in on that. I don't have a problem with that at all. That's two. Thirdly, knowing that Philadelphia Eagles within the division is also in search of a wide receiver, and they offered up a second-round pick for it.
Really?
So to keep Amari Cooper away from Philadelphia Eagles, that's another plus for the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So this lets me know, this move right here lets me know that Garrett, we all know he's playing for his job right now. Okay? There's no question about that. Scott Linehan is playing for his job right now. It's all about giving Dak all the weapons that's possible. Okay? So by you going out and giving an Amari Cooper lets me know that, okay, then, we're all in. Now, it's up to Scott Linehan and Garrett to find ways that will be effective for Dak getting Amari Cooper the ball. Because Amari Cooper is good. I mean, his touchdown, he had a, 87-yard touchdown last year?
Yeah.
I mean, he can get down the field, you know? But the problem with the Cowboys doesn't necessarily totally lie on one, the wide receiver position, or two, Dak Prescott. I think the major factor and disappointment in the Cowboys this season
Jason Garrett.
is the offensive line.
Okay.
It's the offensive line.
Do you not feel like Jason Garrett? Jason Garrett. Did Jason Garrett blow the game yesterday? Down the stretch.
I didn't hear you.
Did Jason Garrett blow the game down the stretch yesterday?
Yes. Come on, man. You don't play some old time. Come on, man.
And that's like the second time. Is that the
road?
second time this season that happened?
Come on, you on the road.
Right.
You all know that you play for the win on the road. You have time left on the clock. You have a timeout left. Come on. You play for the win. You play for the win. And by the way, that penalty on that botched, whatever they call it, snap, that was bogus right there. But still, he missed the kick. And plus, the Cowboys had the momentum. Come on, man. You go for that win. You go for that win.
Yeah, and I do believe it's the second time that conversation has come up about the Cowboys this season. Potentially the second time that Jason Garrett went and played it safe.
Too conservative.
Right. But you know,
and also, Joe, the Cowboys have a Jekyll and Hyde personality, and that boils down to away games and home games. Okay? And when you have a Jekyll and Hyde personality on the football field, you have to figure out, okay, what is the cause of this? What is the crux of the problem? And to me, it boils down to the offensive line. Because when you're away, what is the issue that offensive linemen have away from home? It's being able to communicate or hear, right? So to me, it all boils down to the offensive line. Offensive line, that was supposed to be our strength.
Right.
You know, you're supposed to be a top 3 offensive line in the league. And I wouldn't even say we're middle of the pack this year.
You have a guy that's down though. He has some autoimmune disease going on. He's down. One of your huge offensive
I agree.
linemen.
I agree. And he's the center and he's the captain of the offensive lineman. Come on, man. Really?